So great dovetail into strategy number 3 is you're an advisor. And I wanted I just run this idea by everybody. When you think you need legal advice, you go to an attorney. Okay,
Yeah.
your attorney is your advisor. When you need financial advice, you go to your financial planner. When you need advice on, say, your medical, on your physical well-being, you go to a doctor. These are all advisory roles. You want to be a home building or remodeling advisor. So number 3 strategy is how are you positioning yourself with your leads? And Diana, you already brought this up. So it's a long-term nurturing with a focus on education. An advisor educates you as to different options you have based on the situation that you are in. So somebody wants to build a home. They are looking to educate themselves. Be that advisor. So a long-term nurturing program is simply where you are educating someone who is not quite ready yet to start a relationship with you by maybe talking to you at this point or even visiting you, but they're interested in learning more about what you have to say. So if you can position yourself as an educator or an expert in your local market, they're going to look at you as an advisor. And when they're ready to get advice and talk to their advisor, you want to be top of mind. So the one thing that I mentioned here is that I get the question asked a lot when people are hiring, is saying, "Hey, I want to hire someone that's experienced, that is ready to go, so I can just hire them and they can jump into my company and they can take off running." And my response to that when I'm talking to my clients is, "Are you sure?" And I mean, like, well, what do you mean? Well, when you hire someone with experience, you're hiring bad experience and bad habits. In other words, they're going to bring those with them. So now what you have to do, instead of just training them on the way you want things done, you have to untrain them on their bad habits, and then you have to retrain them. And Diana, how good are are human beings at letting go of bad habits?
Well, I can say that when we are young and in our 20s, it's easier than when we are getting old. And that's an
Yeah.
assumption. I don't know for sure. It's- yes, but
It's very difficult. It's a lot easier to learn a good habit than to
yes,
unlearn a bad habit. So let's put it that way.
yeah,
So again, using this as an analogy, if you want to hire an employee and you want to hire a great employee, you hire someone that has the right skill set, and then you develop that. So you develop them into a great employee or a great salesperson, whatever, however you want to use them. The same thing goes for leads. Instead of looking for the right leads, you want to develop them into high quality leads. Well, how do you do that? You mentioned it already, Diana. Relationship, right? So
yes.
you started with a long-term nurturing relationship that with them with a focus on education. And it's just giving them the relevant information that they want. And so over time, what do they do? They learn to appreciate you, they learn to trust you, they learn to look at you as the expert. And then when they're ready to have their specific questions answered and again talk to their advisor, they're going to contact you.
Yeah. So my role is to inform and educate and focus on building the relationship, and the rest will come.
Exactly. And the relationship is built over time. And
Yeah.
it's simply the relationship is always one-sided at first, in that they don't care about you until they know how much you care about them. So by giving them something first, in other words, you have to take the first step, you educate them, you provide them resources, you give them whatever they're after as far as their research, and you do it systematically over time with specific call to actions in there, where again, when they are ready, they can easily reach you and begin that conversation where they again will want to hire you as their advisor and have their home remodeled or built. So